Coming up next, the 76. 76ers taking on the Nuggets. For the 76ers, earning home court advantage in the first round. And they can use it against a difficult 5 seed. Should be a closely contested series with emotions riding high. Nuggets, Sixers. The NBA playoffs start now. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. PC McGrady is out there with McDyess. Then there's Gordon. Then there's Ewing. And it's Wall in at the point. Shoots. Green for 2 points. We'll take a look at the 76ers. You know, tonight Greg's going to tell us a lot about how they match up in the series at both ends of the court.
Yeah, we can talk about how well these teams match up in terms of talent, but in terms of how they match up in style, that's what we'll find out right now.
And here's Gordon after Gordon Hayward hitting the three. On the wings, you see McGrady. Good on the shot.
That pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look.
Teague, the pass to Williams. Pass to Hayward. And McDyess pulls it down.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
Smith against Gordon. No one near Wall as he lets it go. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Smith dishes to T. Williams from outside. Denver grabs the miss. Ball passes to Gordon. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And this is important to Wall's development. He needs to keep taking and making threes.
Teague, the pass to Williams. Hits the three-point bomb.
Mano y mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
Well, and as a fan of the game, you have to love these back and forth games.
Now here's Wall. He has 5. McDyess, good.
And the coaching staff has to be happy with how they've shot the ball here early on.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Teague bounce pass. Teague a screen and McGrady. No coverage that time. Williams has got 6.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
All with it. At the elbow, Ewing. Over Ratliff. And it's sent back by Ratliff. Williams against McGrady. And here is Teague. Williams kicks to Teague. Smith for 3. It's hauled in by McGrady.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Wall looking it over. Sinks the three-pointer. He's got 8.
Well, he's 3 for 4 to start out. Right off the bat, you could sense he was dialed in. All business so far.
Obvious checked in for Denver. The 76ers trail by 3. Now here is Smith. Still without a basket. Smith sets the alley-oop. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Now, here is McGrady. From deep. Wall. And again, it's the Nuggets from deep.
Well, he's just dominating right now. If his teammates are smart, they'll keep getting him the ball.
Pass to Smith. Back to Teague. Jacks up a 3. 76ers with the new shot clock. Avdia kicks to McGrady. Outside, Wall. And all along to win that time before dropping in. Wall's got 13 points.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Teague, the pass to Williams. And here's Hayward. There's the triple. Rebounded by McDyess.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Avdia against Williams. Smith dishes to Hayward. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Hayward's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, Hayward's range can be devastating. The defense has to cover him beyond the arc.
McGrady kicks the wall. Back to McGrady. To the left side wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Ball passes to McDyess. And the dunk by McDyess.
No one throws it down as hard as McDyess. He lives for those dunks, and he never passes up a chance to make a statement.
Now here's Teague. Nothing on the board. Inside. It's tipped. Wall with the steal. Hayward against Avdia. Back to Wall for 3. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Pass to Hayward. Out to Smith. The tray. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Here is Wall. He's got 16. Pulls up on the wing. Yep, that one goes in there. Wall's got 18 points.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the...
And we're ready to get back into the action here in Game 1. Let's see what this quarter has in store for us. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Nuggets?
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
And they've also been effective from beyond the arc tonight. And if that continues, guys, it can really open up the rest of their offense.
They've got Anderson. Tony Battie is out there with Isaiah Stewart. Then there's Ellie, and it's Teague in the point. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Now, man, out to the wing. The rebound by Anderson. And it's Anderson with the ball for the 76ers. Trailing by 10. Tipped away. Man with it. Stewart on him. Man can't hit. Philadelphia's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Anderson passes to Ellie. And the layup is good. Ellie's got it back down to single digits for the 76ers.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. From deep, Green. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Here's Ellie. Outside Teague. No good on the triple.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Green, the pass to Man. Good. Man's got the lead up to 10 now for the Nuggets.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Both teams will make substitutions. Williams against Green. Hayward outside. Shoots for 3. That's good. And so Teague with the assist. Teague's got 4 assists in the game. Denver leading by 7. Man with it. Pass to Gordon. Here's McDyess. McDyess. And there's the bucket. Stayed with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. McDyess has got 6 points. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by, Hayward can't hit. Denver's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Outside Gordon, beyond the arc. Can't get it to go. He's taken 2 and missed 2. The 76ers trail by 9. Hayward finds Teague. Back to Hayward. Three-pointer. Nice. 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
And right now, Hayward is in his element. Once he gets cooking, keep feeding that man.
Ewing a screen on Teague to the inside. And Ewing slams it in.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
And Hayward gets it to go. Now, man. So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. For the Nuggets, Persons checked in for McDyess. Avdia comes in for Green. And John Wall subbed in for Trey Mann. Person against Hayward. Ewing a screen on Teague. 5 to shoot. Ewing a screen on Teague. From deep. Wall. 7 for 9 now with that miss. Now shooting 78% from the floor. Hayward finds Teague. Outside Williams. Front pass the arc. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got 6 assists here tonight.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Gordon the pass to Wall. Knocks down the 10-footer. Wall's got 20.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. And the 76ers making a change here. Anderson's checked in. And Denver also making a switch. Green's checked in. Smith outside. Williams for 3. It's rebounded by Ewing. The Nuggets leading by 5. 1:35 left in the second quarter. Ball against Hayward. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Anderson passes to Williams. Another miss by Philadelphia. For Denver, they've gone 6 of 13 so far from the field here in the second quarter. Avdia gets the bucket.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And it's Anderson with the ball for the 76ers. 9-point game. Outside Williams. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Back to Wall. The 3. Ewing controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Ewing's got the lead up to 11 now for Denver.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. McDyess comes in for Avdia. And Tracy McGrady subbed in for Gerald Green. Wall against Hayward. Radlev a screen on Wall. Here's Hayward. Releases from the wing and drills it. Hayward's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
And with that one, he halts an 11-0 run by the Nuggets.
And So it's the Denver Nuggets. Allie, thank you for that interview. And now we're at halftime. And we'll be back to bring you more basketball after this.
They're within striking distance. They've done a few good things out there, but rebounding is not one of them, Shaq.
Probably the difference in the game. Taking a look at the situation for the Philadelphia, that is more than enough of a
NBA playoffs, round one. Thanks for joining us as we get back to the action on the court. An exceptional performance from John Wall.
With so much on the line tonight, you have to be impressed with the way he came out and set the tone with his aggression.
Well, the lights are bright in this matchup, and he's had no problem playing up to the moment.
Second half is underway, and here's who David Adelman's got on the floor. They've got Tracy McGrady all out there with Ben Gordon. Then there's McDyess, and it's Ewing in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
The Wall lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Radliff's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
Hayward can't hit.
That's just a great effort on the defensive side. Last to the shoot.
Bounce pass Gordon. Ewing a screen on Smith. Here's Gordon. And he uses the glass on the layup. Gordon's got his first bucket of the night.
Well, a bit of a cold start to the second half. They need to settle down and get some better looks.
Teague the pass to Williams. Here is Hayward. The 3-ball. Here's Ratliff. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
Yeah, that's a nice hustle play, but boy, it drives the coach crazy to concede second chance point.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Gordon against Smith. Fires from the line. Theo Ratliff grabs the miss. Ratliff's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Hayward outside. Again, the miss by Hayward.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Outside Gordon. Pass to Ewing. Now here's Wall. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Wall's got 25 points.
On offense, Wall can be explosive, heating up and finding plenty of opportunities offensively.
Teague sets a screen for Hayward. Back to Teague. Here's the 3. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Teague's got it back down to within single digits for the 76ers. And here's Gordon. Pass to Wall. Ewing sets a screen for Wall. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Williams dishes to Teague. From deep, Williams gets the bucket. Williams has got 14.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
The Nuggets leading by 6. Outside Gordon. And here's Wall outside. Bangs home the trifecta. Wall's got 5 points now this quarter.
And he was hot from 3 to start this game. That's his first since halftime.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Well, if you're just going to let them score inside at will, you might as well pack your bags.
Abdias checked in for the Nuggets. 76ers moving the ball around. A shot by Hayward, wide open, offline with his 3.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Outside, Wall. 5 on the clock. Puts the move on, and it's good on the way in. And now an 11-point Nugget lead.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Smith, the pass to Hayward. Puts up a three. In for his 7th make in 14 tries.
And the release on Hayward's shot, just so smooth. He makes the play with urgency, but doesn't let that compromise his mechanics.
McGrady passes to Wall. McGrady sets a screen for Wall. And Denver again with the bucket.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Avdia against Smith. Smith sets the pick for T. Driving inside. Got a hand on it.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this new lead.
McGrady kicks to Wall. Avdia on the wing. T covering. Back to Wall. Over Hayward. Wall's shot is off.
You can't play better defense than that, patrolling that mid-range area.
Smith, the pass to T. Fires the three. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Smith's got 3 assists in the game. The Nuggets leading by 7. To the middle. Hayward with the ball. Now McGrady defending. Got that bucket in no time at all. Smith's got 5 points so far.
And really exemplifies who Hayward is. A team player, someone who enjoys spotting his open teammates.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. And the 76ers with a completely new group now. Big group substitution here for Denver. Smith checked in for Ewing. Person comes in for Avdia. Gerald Green, he's checked in for McGrady. And it's Trey Mann in for John Wall. Dunn looking over the floor. And the dunk by Stewart.
Well, look, offensively, you want to put Stewart in the pick and roll. He's just so versatile.
Denver's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Here's Mann. Dunn covering. Smith outside. From the arc. Buries it from three-point range.
Well, hey, Smith has this kind of range, which is why you got to at least honor his shot.
Anderson outside. Driving the lane. 1 second left. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his team.
And we're with you again as our round one coverage continues. Stevenson is out there with T. Then there's Tony Batiste. Then there's Anderson. And it's Stewart in at the four spot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
And the first one at the line is good. Donnie's checked in for the 76ers. And both free throws good for Gordon.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Pass to Stewart. Here's Batiste. Now T. There's the three. And the three ball is good. T's got 9 points here in the second half.
Now this is more like it. 9 points scoring from three-point range this half. That's 9 more than he had in the first.
Ewing the pass to Person. Now Maine. Person with a screen on Dunn. Shot clock at 6. No one near him. Person no good. Out left to the wing. They set the pick. Here's Teague. Denver grabs the miss. They've led by as many as 14 points. Outside, Green. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Ewing sets a screen for Green. Lays it up off the glass.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
Dunn kicks to Batiste. Dunn outside. And Ewing sends it back. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Chris Dunn. Spates checked in for Denver. Hornacek comes in for Trey Mann. Another miss by Philadelphia.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Person against Anderson. The kick out to Spates. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Here's Gordon. He takes it in.
Well, Stewart understands his role is to protect the rim, and he does a great job of it.
A different look for Denver. Antonio McDyess is checked in for Ewing. McGrady comes in for Person. And John Wall subbed in for Jeff Hornacek. Teague, the pass to Williams. Pass to Hayward. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Hayward's got 21.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see.
Teague against Spates. Pass to Hayward. Fires the three, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. Williams has got his third assist on the night.
Look, in that first half, he was hot from beyond the arc. And that's now his second in this half.
Here's Wall. McGrady left side. Over Williams. And that one's good. McGrady.
And Wall knows his teammates depend on him to find them, especially when they're open.
The 76ers trail by 4. Outside Williams. From downtown. Another three for Philadelphia.
Those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
Bounce pass Gordon. And here's Wall outside. Drains it from beyond the arc. Wall's got 35.
And this is why Coach trusts Wall in these situations. He has a knack for making the right play at the right time.
Outside Hayward. Beyond the arc. That shot no good.
And they've had the edge in rebounding all night long, and none different than that one right there.
Williams with the rebound. The 76ers trail by 4. Here's Smith. Outside Hayward. Rattler's a 3. And it misses.
Yeah, there's no reason for the defense to get out on him right now. Just let him keep taking that shot until he shows them he's going to knock it down.
Now Wall releases, sinks the big jumper.
And big scoring night for Wall. And for him, it's about the rhythm. When he's locked in, that gives him the confidence to keep firing.
Now here's Hayward. Jacks up a 3. Knocks down the 3.
Driving under the bright light. You can see Hayward wanted the ball, playing like the match player he is.
Patrick Ewing's checked in for Maurice Spates. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForge on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Denver's head coach was saying to the team. He pleaded with his guys to keep their emotions in check, saying you're battling right now. Continue to play smart. Don't try to be a hero out there. Play for one another. Guys, let's see what happens.
And Allie, we thank you for that. Outside, Smith. Down he goes for 3.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
The shot misses.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
Here's Hayward. To take the lead. Got a piece of it. Nuggets have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far.
And how about the conviction to his craft? Wall has trust that his ability will shine through in big moments.
Ball against Hayward. That led a screen on Wall. Shoot from 12. Yeah, that goes in.
Showing lots of promise. That shot can change Wall's career.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Hayward against Wall. There's a good screen from deep. Can't get it to go.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
So they foul intentionally. And no good is the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second.
And I'm excited to see where Wall's career takes him.
So he comes up empty at the line.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. They've led by as many as 14 points. So the Nuggets win it. A big playoff win for them. But what isn't, Greg, big in the postseason, huh?
Great point. I really just love the composure.
Thanks so much, Paul. You dialed.
Terrific, Allie. Thanks. And that about wraps it up, folks. We hope you've enjoyed our broadcast of the NBA Western Conference.
Great to have you with us for the playoff. Taking a look at the Celtics. They want to make a statement here in the first game of this series.
Well, coming out strong is the best way to set the tone. A big win can last deeper into the playoffs as well.
So the opening lineup here for the Clippers. We've got Kevin Love, and it's Brogdon in at the shooting guard position.
Wagner always a threat from downtown, and I love the efficiency and solid mechanics of his shooting stroke.
Here's Billups following the three by Boston. And it's Love missing.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Vassell passes to Halliburton. And here's Wagner. Pass to Finney-Smith. Here's Vassell. 6 on the shot clock. Shot on the wing. Love grabs the miss.
Relatively open from mid-range. You'd like to see that one go down.
And just about a minute into this first quarter, the three is up. He buries it from 3.
Love's ability to play off the ball is what makes him such a versatile option at the offensive end.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk to Joe Mazzulla for a minute. I asked him about DeMar DeRozan, specifically how you defend him from the mid-range. He said, quote, "It's tough because his footwork is so good. Our goal is to try to push him out farther and make him take threes if possible. And we'll live with those results. We'll see if their defense is up for the task at hand." Back to you guys.
As always, Allie, we thank you. So it's Los Angeles now. The Celtics making their last shot. Outside Love from downtown. Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession. Here's Billups. Here's Dang. Pass to Billups. Just 5 to shoot. From deep.
Wagner takes a lot of pride in trying to make a defensive impact and does a good job contesting the shot there.
And here's Vassell. Back to Halliburton. Hands it from the wing.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Oh, that's good.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Now here's Vassell. Wagner, left side. And Boston again with the bucket.
One thing I like about Wagner, and it's one of his great attributes, he can play with or without the ball.
Here's Billups, defended by Halliburton. Billups' shot is off.
Well, you know exactly why they let him have that shot.
To the inside. A nice shot by Duncan.
Halliburton all about getting his teammates open looks. Does such a great job with his unselfishness making the pass.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. No one covering. Love's got 9.
Scoring well this quarter, picking up steam as he goes.
Brogdon against Vassell. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
Los Angeles substitution. Brent Barry, Terry Porter.
The Clippers trail. Out to the right wing. They set the pick. Shot clock at 6. Here's Deng. Halliburton with a steal. Pass to Wagner. This one for 3. That's good. And Halliburton gets the assist. Halliburton's got 3 assists now in this one. And so Ty Lue calls a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Highland, he's checked in for Boston. Whitehead, he's checked in for the Clippers. Here's Barry. And the Clippers miss again. Celtics lead by 5. Highland attacks. Uses the glass on the layup.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Outside Love. Porter pass to Whitehead. Fires from deep. Knocks down the long K.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for the Boston Celtics. To the paint. Here's Finney-Smith. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Pass to Whitehead. 1:36 left in the first quarter here. Porter looks it over. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's all from three-point range.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that open.
Count the basket. Wagner's got 10 points.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
1:10 left in the first quarter. Pass to Whitehead. Back to Porter. From the arc. Boston pulls it in. Right side Highland. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now that they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Here's Whitehead. Back to Love. Launches a 3. Buries it from 3. He's got 12.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
Clippers trail by 7. Up top Porter. He's guarded by Highland. Love passes to Porter. Back to Love. For 3. And the Clippers hit again from deep. It's been all about Franz Wagner for the Celtics. He put together 10 points in the quarter. All right, we'll get back to the act. And time for us to get back into it here in Game 1. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Their chemistry. That's what really stood out so far in this one to me. Look at the number of assists they've been able to rack up so far.
Man, they're just having their way, bullying the other team in the painted area, imposing their will down there whenever they want.
They've got Halliburton. Precious Achiuwa is out there with Davis. Then it's Bones Highland. And it's Parker in at the 3. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. Top end outside. Pass to Porter. Shorts of time. Boston pulls it in.
With no D around, you expect him to knock down that midi.
And he lobs it up to the rim. Davis misses.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Pass to Achua. Now here's Davis. And here's Highland. Fires for three. Again, the miss by the Celtics. The Clippers have gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Here's Barry. Toppin, a screen on Halliburton. Barry. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. Parker passes to Davis. Misses in close.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
Toppin, a screen on Parker. Toppin outside to the wing, right side. Pollard, the pass to Barry. From behind the arc, gets the 3 ball to go. Barry's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Both teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
So both teams changing it up here. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Duncan, pass to Halliburton. Now here's Wagner to snap the cold streak. Offensive rebound. Ooh, he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
Good on both. And the Clippers with the ball. They've only given up 2 points this quarter. And here's Porter outside. It's rebounded by Wagner.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Halliburton on the wing. Throws it up high. The shot no good. For Los Angeles, they've got just 2 of 6 field goals to go in the second. Here's Whitehead. Outside Love. The 3 ball. Sinks it from distance. Love's got 18 points in the game.
Hey, a big with nice post moves and a reliable outside shot. That's the versatility of Kevin Love, and that total package is coming up big tonight. That's his 3rd triple of the game. It's the first one in the second quarter.
Now here's Porter. Pass to Love. There's the triple. Boston with a rebound. Duncan's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Kicks it out to Wagner. And here's Halliburton. Outside Davis. Back to Halliburton. Clock at 6. And here's Caruso outside. Love grabs the miss. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 6 from outside in the second quarter. Lets the 3 fly. Ooh, he's found his rhythm. 7 for 10 and counting.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Wagner outside. The 3. That one's off. His 3rd miss out of 8 tries. Here's Whitehead. He's guarded by Caruso. Whitehead can't get it to go. Celtics trail by 3. Halliburton outside. Wagner for 3. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
Well, it's clear he's frustrated. Just needs to slow things down a touch and let the offense come to him.
1:43 left in the first half. Back to Love. Los Angeles needs to get off the shot. Porter gets the bucket.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Finney Smith checked in for Boston. Vassell comes in for Halliburton. And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for the Boston Celtics. They trail by 6. Wagner outside. Jacks up a 3. Buckets. He's now 6 of 10 from the field.
Now he's drained 2 threes in each quarter so far.
Here's Billups. No made baskets yet. Love the open look. And good as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Yeah, a bit of a throwback performance for K-Love. I mean, he has been on fire tonight.
Wagner outside. The 3 is up. It's rebounded by Divac. Divac got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Billups. Outside Love. To the right side. Here's Billups. Outside Love. Three-pointer. That one goes. And that's his 9th made shot in 12 attempts.
Boy, you could see it and feel it in his eyes at the start of this period. He is on a mission.
Wagner outside. Davis for the screen on Brogdon. Wagner for 3. Again, Wagner missing. Here's Billups. Outside Love. Again, Los Angeles.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
That'll do it for the first half. The Clippers on top, leading by 10. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
The reserves are playing like starters. A lot of teams are emphasizing depth these days.
So much talent in this league. Looking at how the Celtics... Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for joining us again for round 1 of the NBA playoffs. Man, we've seen Kevin Love really having a great game.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
And so in the game for Los Angeles, we've got Kevin Love, and it's Billups in at the point. Dang. Three-pointer off the mark. Celtics trail by 10. Here's Finney Smith. Down it goes, and a great assist by Halliburton. Finney Smith's got his 2nd basket.
A guard who can do it all. Halliburton is solid at feeding the rock to his guys.
Outside Love. Pass to Brogdon. Nice ball movement by Los Angeles. Dang. Sinks the tray. Dang's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensive.
Wagner for 3. From beyond the arc, and then some.
Wagner with the right back at your answer on the 3. Pretty impressive right there.
Right side Love. The 3. Boston pulls it in. Duncan's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Vassell outside. Pass to Halliburton. Wagner on the wing. From outside the arc. It's rebounded by Divac. Divac's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And now around 2 minutes going by in this half. Love, that's good.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Celtics trail by 11. Now Halliburton. Wagner for 3. Got it again. That makes him 8 for 15 for the night.
A nice start to the third. 3 out of 4 and looking good doing it.
And so Ty Lue calls a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Outside Love. Here's Dang, defended by Wagner. No good, off the front rim.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Fires the three. That's good. And Halliburton gets the assist. Halliburton's got assist number 8 now on the night. Porter with it. He has 6. Takes the three. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have passed. Pass to Wagner. And here's Finney-Smith, covered by Love. Halliburton outside, 6 to shoot. And it's Dang with the rebound.
Really good work by the defense to protect the rim and alter the shot.
Porter from outside. That shot missing. Celtics trail by 8. Wagner, the pass to Halliburton. Back to Wagner. Up and over Porter. And Wagner gets it to go. On the assist from Halliburton. Wagner's got 11 here in the quarter alone. And so Porter will bring it up for Los Angeles. Outside Love. Three-pointer. Knocks it down from distance. And the Clippers lead by 9.
Boy, it sure is a lot of fun watching Love bury these outside shots. I mean, when he's hitting from deep, it opens up things for everybody.
Down low. Here's Wagner. And the dunk by Wagner.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Boston has gone 3 of 4 from outside in the second half. Vassell outside. Wagner on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Fires the three. Here's Duncan. And there's the bucket. Staying with it that time. Offensive glass getting it done.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
Outside Love. Outside Porter. No good with the triple.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Porter against Halliburton. Here's Wagner. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Outside Porter. There's a screen. Outside Love. That one drops, and it comes off an assist from Porter. Porter's got his 4th assist in this one.
An intelligent offensive player, Love analyzes defense as well and looks to score whenever he can.
Wagner for 3. Drills it from deep. Wagner's got 32 points.
Well, they're still losing, but it's not because of him. He's been lights out this quarter.
Outside Love. Beyond the arc. And again for 3.
And he's letting it fly from long range to devastating effect.
And has now tied the franchise record for triples in a playoff game. Halliburton looking over the floor. Wagner for 3. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Love's got his 6th rebound on the night. Launches it. Doesn't go for him. And so it's Los Angeles closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. They've been very effective from the three-point line. That's the key. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. reading the defense like a point guard.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining 2K Sports and our coverage of this first round. Halliburton is out there with Bones Highland. Then there's Davis, and it's Parker in at small forward. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. The Celtics making a switch here. Aldama's checked in. Boston on D. Here's Dang. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Pollard. Stolen by Davis. Now Highland. He's guarded by Porter. Highland against Porter. Highland's got space. And it's Whitehead with a rebound. Los Angeles leading by 4. Here's Dang. And it's good for 2.
This has been the story of the game. A battle fought on offense.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Here's Halliburton. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Pollard's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Dang. Parker defending. On the wing, Porter. 4-3. Hits the trifecta. And the Clippers lead by 9.
I think the defense has to do a better job closing out on Porter. I mean, you just don't want to give that look to such an efficient outside shooter.
Back to Halliburton. Pass to Highland. Picked by Aldama. All alone. Highland misses. The Clippers shooting has been good. Around 52% from the field. Dang. And the Clippers again with a bucket.
Just continuing to pile it on, refusing to let up.
Yeah, and you know, that is some shaky and shoddy defensive work. They got to tighten it up.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. Both teams deciding to change it up. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Over the break, I listened in on Joe Mazzulla's huddle. Coach implored them to stay locked in mentally, telling the squad, quote, "I know you're tired, but we cannot make costly mistakes." It was a simple but important message.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks.
Well done on the glass. Gets himself in position where he can use his size.
Out to the right wing. Back to Porter. Nice ball movement by Los Angeles. Here's Dang. Lets it go. Porter's shot is off.
Despite his shooting woes, they're still up. That bodes well if he can somehow get things turned around.
Pass to Wagner to stop the run. Love grabs the miss. Love's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Dang, defended by Wagner. And that one's good. Dang.
All game long, he's been getting to his spots, and the defense has yet to adjust.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We played about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter here. Puts up a 3. And Highland good for 3.
And their perimeter shooting numbers have been up since the start of the second half.
And their lasers are starting to do their thing. I mean, that's going to be the ticket for them the rest of the way.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Finney Smith checked in for Davis, and it's Vassell in for Highland. Here's Billups. Outside Love. And the 3 off target.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
And here's Halliburton. Vassell outside. Shoots a 3. Yes, sir, with the 3.
The team counts on Vassell for this, a reliable producer of three-point buckets.
They set the pick. Love outside. From downtown. Good. Another from 3.
The 3's coming fast and furious. He is scorching the nets.
Yes, and now tied for the 3rd most three-point field goals in a single game in playoff history. Rebounded by Love. Los Angeles leading by 10.
For a front court player, Love is an excellent passer.
And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Here's Duncan. Oh, he goes to the glass with that one.
He gets it where he wants it and takes it up strong.
Los Angeles has gotten 3 threes to fall out of 4 attempts here in the fourth. Intercepted. Now Halliburton. Now Wagner. Outside Vassell. Takes a 3. That misses. Well, the Clippers shooting 54% from the field so far in this one. Here's Love. Puts up the tray. And again for 3.
He's putting on a shooting exhibition that has left this entire arena in awe.
And you know he finds himself tied for second place all time in three-point makes for a playoff game.
And capturing the series momentum up front, this is a monster Game 1 win for the Clippers.
Absolute fireworks display. High-scoring game. They were unstoppable, Grant.
Yeah, just relentless from start to finish. And the pace was furious. Ultimately, they wore out the other team.
And what a huge performance it was for Kevin Love.
Tremendous contribution from him scoring the basketball. Everywhere you look, his fingerprints were all over this game.
And that basket is good.
Great dime by Halliburton. Remember, he's led the league in assists.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Love outside. Beyond the arc. Connects again from distance.
Incandescent from long range. The defense throwing up their hands. How do you stop him?
And he's now tied the single-game playoff record for three-pointers made. Wagner fires. No good from 3. So it's the Clippers winning this one easily. And they start out the postseason with a bang. A big-time victory.
The attitude they came out with was aggressive. They wanted to set the tone from the jump. And
Thanks so much. DeMar, a big-time road win for you guys. How were you able to...
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that about wraps it up for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference quarterfinals.
shooting guard position.
It'll be Indiana off the tip. Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. They've got Stackhouse. Clint Capella is out there with Anderson Varejao. Then it's Exum, and it's Jennings in at the point. Now here's Jennings. Here's Capella. Plays it up and banks it in.
And that's Capella getting rewarded for his effort on the glass. Love when that kind of hustle pays off.
Pass to Harden. Fires for three. It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking.
Jennings wide open. And the wing jumper offline. Harden the pass to Tisdale. Back to Harden. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Varejao.
Active hands from him as he's able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there. And this is exactly what you have to do to stop him. That was a tremendous contest, forcing the miss.
Here's Stackhouse. That falls. Great assist by Brandon Jennings.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Rogers, good on the three-point shot.
James Harden is equally good, passer or scorer. There he sets his teammate up nicely.
The Pacers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Now, here's Exum. Jennings for three, and he's good on the three ball.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end. And you lay that pass out there just like a great quarterback. Let your teammate run to it.
There's Jennings at the three, and another three for Indiana.
Well, how about the outstanding vision from the crafty point guard, Dante Exum, seeing the floor beautifully.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
I caught up with Coach Charles Lee. We discussed the challenge of defending Luka Doncic specifically in the pick and roll. Coach wasn't afraid to voice his concerns. He said, quote, "That's where Luka poses the most problems. The main thing is we have to be quick to react. If we're a step slow, when they're in that set, he'll burn us." Guys?
And Allie, thanks so much. Now, here's Exum. Harden missing his last shot. Outside Jennings. From outside the arc, buries the long-range jumper. Jennings has got 9.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
And a timeout called by Charles Lee. Coach needs a moment to talk things over.
Things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Well, night in and night out, sometimes it's a battle of runs. Who has the most?
Van Horn, he's checked in for Indiana. Pass to Tisdale. This one for 3. Harden gets the bucket.
And there are a lot of dimensions to Harden's game. Maybe the biggest piece is all the damage he does on the perimeter.
Now here's Jennings. 9 points in the game so far. Goes up on the wing, and he carries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. 11 points in the game.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Harden lets up. Pass to Pack. Here's the screen. Just 5 to shoot. To the right side. Ellison, no good. Pacers leading by 7. Banked in off the glass. Stackhouse has got his second basket of the night.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Exum dishes to Jennings. Back to Exum. Fires from deep. That falls. Great assist by Brandon Jennings.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Here's Pat. Still yet to score. Pass to Harden. Charlotte moving the ball around. They set the screen. Here's Tisdale, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points. Stackhouse with it, guarded by Rogers. Jennings. Ellison with the rebound.
Well, that's surprising. This guy is a good mid-range shooter, just can't get it to go.
Harden the pass to Tisdale. Over to the left wing. Here is Rogers. A 3. And Van Horn pulls it down. Pass to Exum. There's Jennings with the 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Harden lets up. Here's Pat. He's guarded by Jennings. Here's Rogers. Drills the three-pointer. Rogers has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Charlotte.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Got to fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
There's Jennings with the 3, and that comes off the assist by Exum. Exum's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Boy, he is just doing it all right now, and the more the ball goes through the net, the more his confidence grows.
Now here's Harden. And another 3 for Charlotte.
Well, this is just great competitive spirit by James Harden. You make a 3, he's coming right back.
And it's Exum with the ball who will bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. They lead by 7. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Jennings. Jennings can't get that one to fall. Here is Rogers. Pass to Harden. Here's Tisdale. And so it's the Indiana Pacers bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. And we're ready to get back into the action here in Game 1. Let's see what this quarter has in store for us. All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for Indiana.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
On the court for the Pacers as our second quarter gets underway. Jaylen Brown out there with Jennings. Then it's Conkamp. Then there's Quincy Pondexter. And it's Mills in at the power forward position. Charles Oakley, he's checked in for Conkamp. Jennings kicks to Brown. The shot's good on the assist by Jennings. Jennings has got 3 assists now in this one. Pass to Gooden. Now here's Owen. There's the pick. And here's Gooden. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs it right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Charlotte making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. And Indiana with a change here, too. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Oakland. Hornets trail by 7. Now Owens. Scoreless thus far. Rebound by Pondexter.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
For the 3, and another 3 for Indiana.
Boy, on the perimeter, you have to stay connected to this guy. He's such a good shooter.
And a timeout called by Charles Lee. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Some changes for Charlotte. Rogers checked in for Gooden. James Harden comes in for Johnson. And Pack subbed in for Tim Hardaway. Van Horn, he's checked in for Indiana. Anderson comes in for Quincy Pondexter.
Boy, he couldn't have asked for a better look. That's tough to take.
And the Pacers tack on 2 more.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Oh, the rare catch and shoot from Harden, showing it's still in his bag.
Anderson outside. Over in the corner, Brown. Outside Jennings. Over Harden. Jennings can't get it to go. Hornets trail by 9. Owens passes to Pack. Harden outside. Launches it. It's rebounded by Indiana.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Pack. He's guarded by Jennings. They set the pick. The 3 from Harden. Harden strokes home the 3.
And showing the potential to be an elite scorer in this league. What a night for James Harden.
And so the timeout here taken by Rick Carlisle. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out.
And looking to stop this run and get back on track.
Really needs to settle his guys down right now and get them refocused.
Tisdale, he's checked in for Charlotte. Indiana also making some changes. Mills is checked in, and Jerry Stackhouse is subbed in for Jaylen Brown. Exum sets a screen for Jennings. Indiana again missing.
And after that great first quarter from three-point range, he has finally come back to earth. Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
Yeah, it feels like they've ramped up their intensity. They have forced good things to happen. Now they're back in it.
Jennings passes to Exum. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. They swipe it. Down low, Tisdale. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
It's still closer. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
D2 from Jennings. And that comes off the assist by Exum. Exum's got his 6th assist on the night. Hornets trail by 4. Here's Pat. Hasn't made one yet. Over to the wing. Now here's Owens. Covered by Stackhouse. Owens no good. Indiana leading by 4. Picked his pocket. And here we go. Owens heading to the hoop. And Owens throws it down.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Outside Jennings. Exum sets a screen for Jennings. Crafty move. And so Indiana again turning it over. Brown is checked in for the Pacers. Charlotte has gone 2 or 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Pass to Harden. Launches a 3. And the rebound goes to the Pacers.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Exum with it. Now Verija. 6 on the shot clock. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Sweet touch inside from Brown.
Well, you like the poise of the young player like Jaylen Brown. He's not throwing up bad shots, just bides his time, doesn't let the clock affect him.
Harden outside, lets the 3 fly. Count it, number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
That's his 5th three-pointer of the half. Filling it up.
And here's Exum. Brown deciding where to go with it. Here's Mills. And it's Tisdale with the rebound. Charlotte's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on threes. Harden outside from deep three-point land. Harden missing again. Now here's Exum. Pass to Mills. To the wing on the left. Here's Stackhouse. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
All right, Allie, thank you for that interview. And we'll be back with more basketball in just a moment.
I love the depth of this team, man. Their subs have been huge tonight, giving them a scoring punch that they've needed most.
And looking at where the Hornets stand in the series. That'll do it for our show.
Well, it doesn't get much better than playoff basketball. Let's get back to the action here in round 1. We're seeing a tremendous game from Brandon Jennings.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Tisdale out there with Rodgers. And it's Pat, then it's Harden, and it's Ellison in at the 5 down low. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. Hornets trail by 3. Here's Pat. Still scoreless. And Harden wide open. He shoots. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Outside Jennings. Takes the 3. And that comes off the assist by Exum. Exum's got his 7th assist in the game.
And you can see he just has a great overall feel for this game. Excellent job tonight.
And that's been his role pretty much from the opening tip. Get the ball to guys where they can score it. 3rd straight miss to start the half. Ouch.
And if you're just joining us, we'll play it over a minute here in the 3rd. Verija passes to Exum. Capella sets a screen for Exum. Here's Stackhouse. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
Adding to their advantage, trying to find a way to blow this one open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
And a timeout called by Charles Lee. He's ready to talk things through with them. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Harden outside, lets it go with the three. Hits it from three-point range. Harden's got 18 points in the game.
Well, the pre-shot preparation of James Harden is exceptional. He knows in this instance that as soon as the ball touches his hands, he's got to be ready to fire.
Jennings can't get it to go. Hornets trail by 6. Now Harden, he's got 18. Pass to Pack. Here's Ellison. Rocket 2. And here's Harden for 3. And Stackhouse pulls it down.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backcourt.
Jennings finds Exum. Jennings has the screen for Exum. Now Stackhouse. Screen by Capella. Ellison with the rebound. Ellison's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Pack. Here's Tisdale. He's guarded by Verajao. Here's Ellison. Here's Pack. Off target from outside. Pacers leading by 6. And Stackhouse kicks to Verajao. Now Stackhouse. Three-pointer. And that comes off the assist by Exum. Exum's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. They set the pick on the wing. Harden. Pass to Tisdale. Here is Rogers. Takes a 3. Charlotte no good that time either.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And it's Exum in the corner. Indiana moving it around. Back to Verajao. And it's Exum in the corner. Over Harden. Exum's shot is off. And it's Harden with the ball for Charlotte. They trail by 9 points. Here's Pat. No scoring in this one. Here's Rogers. Charlotte again missing.
Bad defense, bad shot. Neither working on that play.
Here's Capella.
Doesn't get any easier than this. Capella's work ethic is what allows him to get those dunks.
That's a great look at that move from the Connected Cam, sponsored by AT&T. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
A timeout called by Charles Lee. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy.
Attention fans, it's time to fire off some teachers.
Owens is checked in for James Harden. Van Horn, he's checked in for Indiana. Here's Tisdale. He's got 6. Owens with it. Just 5 on the clock. It's over Exum. Owens no good.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Exum passes to Jennings. Back to Exum. For 3. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Oh, great ball movement there.
A minute 42 left in the third quarter. Pass to Ellison. To the paint. Here's Tisdale. Buries it down low. Tisdale's got 8 points.
Listen, he's carrying his own weight, there's no doubt. But it is very hard to win a basketball game by yourself.
Exum dishes to Jennings. Stackhouse outside. The shot's good on the assist by Jennings. Stackhouse has got 12 points here in the second half.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's Ellison. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
The big guy attacking the rim. The throwdowns are loud and emphatic.
Outside Jennings. another three for Indiana.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Hornets trail by 16. There's 37 seconds left to play in the third. And they call an illegal screen here.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Tim Hardaway's checked in for Chisdick. The Pacers also changing it up. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Clint Capella. Villanueva comes in for Van Horn. And Jaylen Brown subbed in for Stackhouse. Now here's Owens. He's guarded closely. This one for 3, Ellison.
When you can get off the floor like that, that wipes away any height of you.
And so it's Indiana out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And we're happy to have you back for more playoff basketball here in round 1. On the court for Indiana, Anderson is out there with Stackhouse. Then it's Van Horn. Then there's Anderson Varejau. And it's Brown in at the 3 spot. Pick by Varejau. No good from Stackhouse. Hornets trail by 15. Pass to Gooden. On the wing, Harden. Owen sets the screen for Harden. And there's another one for the Hornets.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
And here is Hardaway. He's covered by Anderson. Charlotte moving the ball around. That shot wide open. Harden's got 23 points.
The three-point shooting of James Harden has always been pure.
Stackhouse outside. Anderson a screen on Harden. Pass to Van Horn. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
For Charlotte, they've gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Here's Harden. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Varejau's got 8 rebounds in this game. Pick by Varejau. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Back to Harden. A 3 ball. Harden with a 3 of his own.
He got loose from downtown the first half. Now has 3 here in the second. Unstoppable.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk. And some changes here for the Pacers. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Van Horn. Exum comes in for Stackhouse. And it's Jennings in for Anderson. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle, and he encouraged them to stay focused and not get complacent, saying we worked too hard to get this lead, and we're not going to give it up now. Stay connected, play smart, let's get this win. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Allie, thank you. Back passes to Harden, and it's the Hornets another 3.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
To Varejau. Now here's Brown. Comes up empty down low. Hornets trail by 10. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Back to Harden. Pass to Ellison. The lead now in single digits.
Oh, that's great execution. James Harden with a pretty dime.
Indiana leading by 8. And here's Verjao inside. Brown. And Brown throws it down.
And you can feel the excitement in the building. Both of these teams pouring it on.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two.
The three doesn't go.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Off the glass.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. The Pacers making a switch here. Stackhouse is checked in. On the wing, Harden. Cleared away by Capella. Indiana leading by 12. And here's Jennings. Oh, the layup finish off an excellent lead pass.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Now, here is Harden.
2 minutes.
Here's Tisdale. And it misses. 1:49 left in the fourth quarter. Now, Exum. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Hornets trail by 14. Harden scanning the floor. Here's Ellison. 6 to shoot. And the 3 misses. And so it's Exum with it. They'll bring it up for Indiana. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. For 3, Train from outside.
A tremendous boost for these guys as this game winds down and what will be a win here in game 1 of the series for the Pacers.
2 great rebounding teams.
And these guys work just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Brandon Jennings.
You love this guy's confidence. He believes every shot is going in, and boy, a whole lot of them did.
Verjao setting the pick for Jennings. Stackhouse outside. Raises up. Can't get it. Here are the Hornets with the ball. Down by 15. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Now Harden. Puts up a 3. And what a play. Just snatched out of the air. Credit the block. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. A big playoff win for them. But what isn't Greg big in the postseason? Huh?
Great point. I really just love the composure with which they played tonight. It's easy to get too keyed up for postseason basketball, but they kept their heads and just went about the business of winning.
And now let's send it over to Allie LaForce, standing by with our player of the game. Allie.
Thanks so much. I'm here with Luka, and Luka, you got a tough...
Oh, terrific job, Allie. Thank you so much. That was enjoyable. And that about wraps it up for this broadcast.
Coming up next from the... Golden One Center in California's capital city, Sacramento. The Bulls taking on the Kings. For the Bulls, they're the 7th seed in the West. They have a lot to prove as we begin the playoffs. Kings, Bulls, the NBA playoffs start now. So let's take a look at the Chicago Bulls starting lineup. Anthony Black out there with Zach LaVine. Then it's Smith, and it's Turkoglu in at the 3. And it's Sacramento's ball. Sacramento passing it around. Granger passes to Ball. Offline with a 3. Right side LaVine. Here's Black. That 3's off the mark. Sacramento has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Pass to Granger. Now Ball. Lets it go from deep. Smith with the rebound. Here's Turkoglu. Black outside. Here's Turkoglu. There's a screen. There's the 3. He can't get that one to fall. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Ball left side. Shoots. And another miss by Sacramento.
0 for 4 to start things off. Got a bit of a pillow fight brewing here, but they're going to get it going.
Pick by Smith. Pass to Turkoglu. Let's go with a 3. Hits a 3-pointer.
Well, there we go. Finally, they make one. Maybe that'll get them going.
For Sacramento, they've gone 0 for 4, missing their first 4 attempts. Here's Granger. Ball looks over the floor. Here's the 3. Mozgov with a rebound.
I mean, just a tough start. Missing their first 5 shots.
Pass to Black. Smith with a screen on Ball. Here's Turkoglu. No good on the 3. And Ball will bring it up here for Sacramento. Looking for their first basket of the game. Takes a 3. Smith with the rebound.
It's just so hard to score in this league, especially when you're out of rhythm. You got to feel for him tonight.
Pass to Mozgov. And he throws it down with one hand.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
Offensive rebounding is about hustle and determination. Huge putback, making a statement there.
And here's Black. Here's Turkoglu. Off target from outside. Ball outside. Pass to Bogut. Here's Granger. The 3, Smith. Rebounded by Turkoglu.
Locking the arc down. defense knows it's on them to scare off those shots.
Inside. Here's Mozgov. And here's Black. Over to the wing. Ooh, stolen by Smith. Here's Granger. Drilled from 11 feet out.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
Chicago has gone 1 for 5 from three-point range. A cold start. Outside Levine. And the three-pointer goes.
Zach LaVine just lets the game come so naturally. His ability to catch and shoot is one of the quickest in the league.
Kings trail by 4. Pass the ball. Back to Hardaway. Fires the three. Connects from downtown.
The vision is elite. LaMelo finds his man for the bucket, and a great feed by the youngster.
To the middle. Here's Smith. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
Ball way outside. And the Kings with another 3.
Oh, my. LaMelo, that ball was in the air for a long time.
That's the Turkoglu. There's the triple. Another 3 for Chicago.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now here's Ball. Here's Hardaway. Plenty of space. It's hauled in by Black.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Pass to Levine. Beyond the arc. And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Ball outside. Ball, a screen on Levine. Hardaway, the pass to Granger. Sacramento passing it around. Shot clock at 3. Here's Ball. They get it again. Pass to Hardaway. Here's the pick. Off target with the 3. Chicago leading by 3. Levine passes to Black. Here's Turkoglu. Eli with a rebound.
Well, the defense was fortunate. That was a good look from mid-range. He just was trapped.
Here's Hardaway. And the shot goes in. Hardaway's got 5 now.
Plays like that, so easy for him.
For Chicago, they've gone 5 of 12 in this first quarter. Pass to Turkoglu. Releases. Second chance effort. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Now one on ball. Chicago shooting their first free throws of the night right here. He does not get the second one. Down low. Here's Hardaway. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
The BA, when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice.
Okay, when you let someone with this height get this close, it's going to be nearly impossible to stop, especially when he has that big of an advantage in this category.
And time for us to get back into it here in Game 1. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
Another thing they're doing well early on is moving the ball, playing selfless basketball, and getting everybody involved on the offensive end.
They've got James Wiseman, Smith out there with Derek Jones. And it's Hardaway in at the 2 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Kings trail by 3. Smith outside. Pass to Hardaway. Now here's Smith. Here's Beck. Fires at the elbow. Clock at 6. And here's Wiseman. Wing shot on the way. Beck, no good.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
Here's Armstrong to the paint. Oh, got a piece of it. And that's out of bounds. Last touch by Wiseman.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He still got a good outcome.
And Sacramento making a change here. Chris has checked in. There's a screen. To the inside. Humphries. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
Now here's Hardaway. He has 7. Here's Armstrong. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
And they found a nice flow offensively here in the second period.
Chicago shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Pass to Chris. Here's Beck. Back to Smith. Here's Beck. Still without a bucket. Just 4 to shoot. Lets it fly. Hardaway, no good. And here's McDaniels. He'll bring it up to the Bulls. Inside. Here's Raja. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's Hardaway. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. Hardaway's got 9.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
Outside Levine, and the officials will call the illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Armstrong, he's checked in for McDaniels. Timeout called, the Kings. And now that they have some time to get a little bit of rest, it's time for these players to regroup while hydrating themselves with some Gatorade, looking to gain a boost of energy as they continue to play in this game.
And staying hydrated is the only surefire way to do it. An athlete's body doesn't have the same power and stamina without proper hydration. These guys will be sure to use this timeout wisely. And they're doing strong work on the glass, a +5 advantage for them.
Outside Levine, 3-pointer, and Zach Levine from deep.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Pass to Granger. Back to Hardaway. This one for 3. Chris, the pass to Wiseman. Got a piece of it. Here's Armstrong. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Smith with a screen on Smith. Now here's Levine. No good from outside. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Hardaway, the pass to Smith. To the paint. Right wing. The 3 is up. On target from range. Rangers got 5 now.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Bulls leading by 6. Picked by Smith. Outside Levine. And it's Wiseman with the rebound. Wiseman's got 4 rebounds in the game. Pass to Hardaway. Fires the 3. Chicago with a rebound. Smith's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Levine with it. He's against Chris. Shot by Levine, no good.
He's been off. Still, they're up, so not all is lost.
Outside Hardaway. Chris the screen. Pass to Granger. Back to Smith. The 3, Hardaway. That's good. And now he's 5 for 11 in this one.
If you're not right up there on him, oh, he's going to make you pay.
And Sacramento making a change here. Ball's checked in. Chicago leading by 3. Black with it. Still no points. Turkoglu's shot is off. 1:58 left to play in the first half. The jump hook. Ooh, he's looking comfortable now. 3 for 3.
I just love the ball movement.
The Bulls have gotten 5 of 8 attempts to drop since the second began. Pass to Turkoglu. They set the screen. To the middle. Mozgov, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
And here's Ball. Back to Hardaway. From outside the arc. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball. Ball's got his 3rd assist of the night.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Out to the right wing. Here's Turkoglu. Rebound by Sacramento.
And after connecting twice from deep in the first quarter, he hasn't been able to drain another here in the second.
Back to Ball. From deep. Mozgov for the rebound.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistently.
And he dunks it down.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce. Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. Levine against Hardaway. Just 5 on the clock. The 3. It's not going to go for him. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Chicago ahead. They're up by 2. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
They have played like they wanted, fighting for every missed shot. You love to see that passion, man.
Taking a look at the city. Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to
Great to have you with us again as we return to our coverage of round 1. Chicago leading. Second half underway. Here's who Billy Donovan's got on the floor. Zach LaVine out there with Anthony Black. Then it's Smith. And it's Mozgov in at the 5, roaming the paint. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Here's Granger. Yes, sir. And it's Ball with the assist that time. Ball's got his 4th assist with that last one. And the Bulls shooting around 44%. Not bad. Pass to Turkoglu. Here's LaVine for 3. Rebound by Sacramento.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Smith finds Ball for the lead. And it's good. Off the back rim and in. Ball's got 5 now.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells a story of how well you are playing team offense.
Outside LaVine. 3-pointer. Chris pulls down the board. Chris has got 4 rebounds now. Ball passes to Granger. Knocks down the triple. And now a 5-point Sacramento lead.
A clean start to the half for them, knocking down their first 3 shots.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Yeah, they're hoping to turn things around with this timeout.
On the wrong side of the scoring run here, you might see a lineup change. I'll be pretty curious.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Right side LaVine. Will it go? Smith with the rebound.
That's not how you want to come out of the break. 3 straight misses. They need to settle in quick.
Ball passes to Chris. Smith outside. The 3 is up. Another 3 for Sacramento.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
The Bulls trail by 8. Here's Turkoglu. 6 points for him. LaVine can't hit.
Since hitting 2 triples in the first half, he's been non-existent from out there.
The three from Ball. From distance, LaMelo Ball.
They're starting to pull away here as their shots keep falling.
Yeah, the D is looking helpless to stop them right now. They're doing whatever they want to do on offense.
Black outside. Jacks up a 3. Rebound by Sacramento.
Scoreless in their first 5 attempts since halftime. It's getting ugly.
Chris, the pass to Ball. From outside, off the mark. Chicago has got nothing to fall here in the third. 0 for 4. Pass to Turkoglu. Smith against Smith. Here's Turkoglu. Looking to get back on track. 5 on the clock. Black. And again, no good by Chicago.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum.
Now here's Chris. They lead by 11, largest margin of the game. Fires in the triple.
Some slippage at the defensive end here in the second half, allowing the offense to establish more of a rhythm.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Out to the right wing. Here's Turkoglu. 6 points for him. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Here's Granger. Back to Chris. The shot. Granger, no good. Bulls trail by 14. Here's Turkoglu. Pass to Mozgov. Over Chris. Hauled in by the Kings. Chris has got his 5th rebound in this one. Now Ball. Here's Granger. 15 points in the game. Ball no good.
Oh, man, for whatever reason, he can't get it going from 3, and he's pretty good from there.
Here's Turkoglu. Fires from deep. Nails it from beyond the arc. Turkoglu's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
And there's the screen. There's Ball with a 3. Counted from distance. Ball's got 8 points here in the quarter.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Pass to Turkoglu. 1:49 left in the third quarter. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Sacramento.
They're moving the ball around so well, guys. Quick passes, letting the next guy do the work if you don't have a look.
Another thing they're doing well tonight is shooting from long distance. All game long, they've been finding openings at the perimeter.
Hardaway's checked in for the Kings. Armstrong, he's checked in for Chicago.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Pass to Turkoglu from behind the arc. Pure from 3-point range. Turkoglu's got 12 points in the game.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor space.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire. And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Smith outside. 4-3. Turkoglu's shot is off.
Well, his shooting is unfortunately not a big thing. And his lackluster accuracy is probably the thing that's keeping them behind.
Oh, and a fast break for Chicago. A nice shot by Smith. Smith's got his 2nd basket of the game.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Now here's Ball. 11 points in the game.
He had a forgettable start to this game, but he's really starting to come alive now.
Bulls trail by 14. Here's Turkoglu. Smith outside. Pass to Turkoglu. Here's Mozgov. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Maybe they've been going to him a little too much. Now, he's having a great game, but his team is losing, and that is all that matters.
That'll count. And so it's the Sacramento Kings going into the break up 12. Up big because of their three-point shooting. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And two teammates on the same page?
And thanks for sticking with us as this round one game continues. James Wiseman is out there with Marquise Chris. And it's Beck in at the one spot. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Here's Armstrong. To the inside, Humphries. No good there. That would have cut it to single digits. The Kings lead by 10. Ranger passes to Chris. Outside Hardaway. Down low. Pass to Chris. Shot clock at 6. From downtown. Hardaway, no good.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability. They showed it with that tight coverage.
Here's Carroll. Here's Raja. And the layup falls.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Pass to Chris. Here's Beck. Takes it inside. That one falls.
Then offensively, it appears they've hit their stride.
Bulls trail by 10. Now here's Levine. Here's Carroll. Pass to Armstrong. Shot clock at 5. Inside. And that one's good. Humphries.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
And here's Chris. Here's Beck. Here's Wiseman. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
So both teams making some changes here. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey guys, I was able to listen in on the Kings head coach talk to his team during the break. He was clapping in the huddle, saying to his guys, loving the effort right now, keep the intensity on them. Leave no doubt in their mind that this game is ours. Guys, back to you.
Thank you for that, Allie. First free throw is good. And he makes both free throws.
He's one of the league's best free throw shooting bigs. A performance like this certainly proves it.
Black outside. To the wing, right side. Shot is up. Turkoglu, shot is off.
Hard to turn down a look that good. Still, long twos are losing favor, and misses like that are the reason why.
Chris, the pass to Ball. Here's the 3. Chicago with a rebound.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Here's Smith. Pass to Turkoglu. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And so here's Sacramento. They lead by 7. Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. There's Ball with a 3. Sends it home from three-point land.
All of a sudden, he's balling. Halftime adjustments successful so far.
Black outside. Pass to Turkoglu. Picked by Smith. Turkoglu pass to Smith. And the shot's good.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
Here's Granger. Outside ball. Fires the three. Oh, it doesn't go. Here's Turkaloo. Okay, knockout.
Man.
Wow. Oh, that's a man on a mission right there.
I almost can't believe what I saw. Incredible.
I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless. What a sensation. And again for three.
I mean, he is scorching hot right now. He could be on his way to setting a franchise postseason record with his shooting.
He's caught fire at the right time for this team. Stepped up big in the postseason for him.
Just an incredible display of power. He attacked the rim with both hands.
Most definitely. That was a thunder dunk. Wow. Ball fires. Oh, missed on the tray. The Bulls trail by 7. Here's Turkaloo. Black outside. 4 on the clock. And there's a pick. The steal. A minute and a half left to play in the fourth. Outside ball. He launches. Booyah! He sinks the triple.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
With the way they're shooting, there's no need to look for any other shot. Just keep letting it rain.
Here's Turkaloo. 1:14 left in the game.
And capturing the series momentum up front, this is a monster Game 1 win for the Kings.
And the huge difference today, the efficiency from beyond the arc.
Yeah, once they started hitting shots, it stretched out the D and opened up the entire offense.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for LaMelo Ball.
He did a great job following his team's game plan and not rushing anything on offense, which allowed him to catch fire.
Here's Smith. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Now Ball. 6 on the shot clock. Let's loose for 3. Oh, the shot is off. The Bulls on offense.
And just not enough time for them to get back in this game.
Yeah, they got to be disappointed with this result.
So no problem for Sacramento as they get the win. And they start out the postseason with a bang, a big-time victory.
The attitude they came out with was aggressive. They wanted to set the tone from the jump, and they did just that.
And that about wraps it up
So New York wins the tip. And a look at the starters for San Antonio. They've got Hill. Mutombo is out there with Baker. Then it's Cunningham. And it's Batum. And at the 3, the small forward. And Hill has it in the corner. Cunningham outside. Shot clock at 5. Batum with the 3. Here's Mutombo, and it's Dikembe with the jam.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
Dynamic two-hand jam.
And right in the face of the defender. Hill passes to Cunningham. Shoots over Dumars. Cunningham's shot is off.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
Here's Snow. There's Miller with the 3, and no good that time.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. The Spurs shooting their first free throw of the night. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Here's Snow. Here's the 3. Shots good by Miller.
Loves hitting those threes, especially off movement. It makes Miller so tough to defend.
Cunningham with it. It's Baker top of the key. Pass to Hill. To the inside. Mutombo. Great D that time from Hibbert.
Well, the defense was right where they needed to be to stop the layup. Great awareness and effort.
And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Now, here's Cunningham. It's back to Hill. Fires from the wing. And it's Roy Hibbert with the rebound. And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Here's Snow. Back to Miller. Fires the 3. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
And nice mechanics from Miller there. Ready to fire as that pass is coming.
Spurs trail by 5. Cunningham looking it over. And they get it. It's rebounded by New York. Pass to Snow. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And slam dunk by Kemp.
Oh, beautiful setup there. One thing you can say about Kemp, no pass is too high for him to go get.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. And New York making a change. Jack's checked in. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Now here is Hill. Pass to Baker. Lock at 6. It's back to Hill. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Cunningham's shot is off. New York leading by 7. Miller finds Jack. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet, you still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Kings check in for the Knicks. Now Cunningham. He has yet to score. Here's Baker. Second shot opportunity. King with the block. Down low. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Hill sets the screen for Cunningham. It's Hill on the wing. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. To the middle. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
Yeah, incredible play on both ends of the floor. There may be too big of a gap.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Checked in for the Spurs. Mayo comes in for Nicholas Batum. .153 left in the first quarter. Outside Hill. Dumars against Cunningham. And here's Mayo for 3. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
Shots good by Miller.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
Now, here is Hill. On the clock to Cunningham. And it's out of bounds to the Spurs as San Antonio retains possession for the Knicks. Kemp comes in for Roy Hibbert. And it's Whitmore in for Brandon Miller. San Antonio also making some changes. Duckworth, he's checked in for Mutombo. Bogdanovich comes in for Cunningham. And it's Eric Bledsoe in for Hill. And here's Bledsoe. 5 to shoot. The kick out to Mayo. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Kept alive. Kemp with the bucket. Kemp's got his second bucket.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Bledsoe outside, trying to end the drought. And it's Whitmore with the rebound. New York leading by 16. Pass to Kemp. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, it's not difficult to figure out why they built this lead. They have been dominant.
And so it's the New York Knicks holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. Back to the action in just a minute. And we're ready to get back into the action here in Game 1. Let's see what this quarter has in store for us. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for New York.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
Also, they're getting into the teeth of the defense. Points in the paint, something coaches always love to see.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. Green is out there with Mayo. Then there's Bledsoe. Then there's Bogdanovich. And it's Garza in at the center position. Bogdanovich looking around. Green left side. Pass to Pinckney. Spurs working the ball around now. Bogdanovich, no luck.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Kemp screen on Bledsoe. To Whitmore. Kemp inside. And Kemp with the slam!
The ultimate man child. Kemp, one of the most flamboyant finishers in our league.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Snow, he's checked in for the Knicks. Blunt, he's checked in for San Antonio.
One shot.
And this is a guy, Shawn Kemp, all the talent in the world, could be a perennial double-double machine, just a matter of staying focused.
Bledsoe against Snow. Shot's good by Bledsoe. Here's Snow. Hasn't made one yet. King outside. Kemp screen on Green. Pass to Kemp. Good for the fifth time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Snow against Bledsoe. And it's Whitmore with the rebound. Kemp screen on Bledsoe. Pass to Kemp. And Kemp slams it in.
The athleticism and quickness of Kemp, using both as weapons in the pick and roll.
And here's Mayo for 3. The shot, no good.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Oh, Kemp, headed by Green. Kemp with the bucket.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. He's checked in for Antonio Daniels.
Substitution on the court.
Stolen by Dumars. To the inside. And Kemp with the slam.
And this is why they keep going to Kim. They know what he's capable of on offense.
And that great replay brought to us by the AT&T Connected Cam. And it's Cunningham with the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. Mutombo sets a screen. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Now the Knicks with it. They're on an 11-2 run. Whitmore, and he banks in the layup.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Outside, Batum. DeMeo from the arc. And it's Whitmore with the rebound. Whitmore's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Kemp, and it's sent back by Mutombo. Outside, Batum. Dumars against Cunningham. Pass to Baker. Shot clock at 6. Batum for 3. It's rebounded by New York.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. You can't make it that obvious.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Hill, he's checked in for Kemp, and it's Brandon Miller in for Whitmore. George Hill's checked in for the Spurs. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And you watch Miller, he keeps the defense on its heels. They don't know what he's going to do.
The Knicks shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
2 shots.
First free throw is good. And the Knicks making a change here. Walker's checked in. Both free throws good for Miller. They're really on their heels at this point.
Yeah, on both ends of the floor, Kevin. They've lost some confidence along the way.
Batum for 3. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Knicks have gotten nearly everything to fall for them here in the second quarter. They're a great 7 of 8 from the floor. Pass to Miller. There's the pick. 4 on the shot clock. And he makes good on the layup. Miller's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And this is what you like about Miller. He has great range from 3, but he can also make tough shots in traffic.
Cunningham passes to Baker. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Baker. At the line, 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Roy Hibbert's checked in for New York. Kemp comes in for Walker. He's off on the second. New York's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Miller the bounce pass. Batum with the steal. Cunningham outside. Snow against Hill. Cunningham outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Batum with the 3. Good D by Miller. Here's New York. They've got a 22 run going. What a pace. Beyond the arc. Drills it from outside. Miller's got 16 points.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
46-7.
There's 38 seconds left to play in the first half. Batum, good.
Yeah, and when you're hit you gotta hit back.
Bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for immediate payback.
There's Miller with the three. Rebounded by Cade Cunningham. Hill kicks to Baker. We've got 13 seconds left in the first half. Cunningham with it. And it's sent back by Kemp. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. New York ahead, opening up a huge gap. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
While it's been a stampede in transition, they'll run it right down your throat if you let them.
I'm going to do something I haven't done in a while. I'm going to...
And looking at where the Knicks... And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning.
NBA playoff round one. Thanks for joining us as we get back to the action on the court. A fantastic game from Shawn Kemp in this one.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
Miller is out there with Shawn Kemp. Then it's Roy Hibbert. Then there's Snow. And it's Dumars in at the two. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Kemp a screen on Cunningham. Miller outside. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
And with his diverse game and 6'9" frame, Brandon Miller can score in bunches. And on nights like tonight, it's really hard to get someone to match up with him.
Lets it go from 11. Ooh, the double clutch. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Vin Baker at the line. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. He hits the second from the line. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Miller outside. Hands it from downtown. Miller's got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, Snow, terrific job there. Just kind of setting the pace. Exceptional at breaking down the defense with his passing.
Hill passes to Cunningham. Outside, Batum. Once again off the mark by San Antonio.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here in the second half.
He gets that one.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Batum scanning the floor.
Well, 4 failed attempts to start this half. Not what they wanted out of the locker room. Familiar results for him. He can't get anything to go.
And here's Dumars outside.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Batum dishes to Cunningham. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Mutombo, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. For New York, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Miller outside. They get it back. Hibbert gets the bucket. Hibbert's got 6.
Man, that's a lesson for the Bees. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
Cunningham kicks to Hill. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham. Hill's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, a bit of a cold start to the second half. They need to settle down and get some better looks.
Hibbert, and then Hibbert with the dunk.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. And the foul called on Brandon Miller. That's his first foul.
And now only one away from being in the penalties.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. The Spurs also with the sub. Mayo's checked in. Now here is Hill. He's got 6. 6 on the shot clock. In the corner, Mayo with it. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Daniels finds Jack. Some nice passing by New York here. King, that's good.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And so he'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Daniels against Mayo. Pass to Batum. Outside Hill. Over Jack. Again, the miss by the Spurs. New York's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Mayo. He's covered by Daniels. Hill working it over. It's rebounded by New York. King's got his 5th rebound in this one. Right side Jack. Pass to Janey. Over Mayo. Janey's shot is good.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Outside Hill. Again, missing Hill. Now the Knicks with it. They're on a 15-4 run. Here's Jack. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Jack's got his first points in this one.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Outside Hill. Batum for 3, and it's King with the rebound. King's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Patterson, that's good. Patterson's got his first basket of the night.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And here are the Spurs. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
There's a screen. Hill kicks to Mayo. Once again off the mark by San Antonio.
Well, he can't buy a bucket, but it's time to find other ways to help his team win.
Daniels finds Jack. So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Eight-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Jack against Cunningham. 4 on the clock. Here's King, and he takes the fantastic lead pass out strong for the slam.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
Yeah, to put together this kind of performance at both ends of the floor on the road, it's impressive.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
And so it's the New York Knicks with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no... And we're with you again as our...
Oh, come on, man. That ain't right. I got shooter here. I got shooter. Corner, Phil. Next screen, I got you. Here we go. Let's do it. Corner, Phil. Next screen, I got you.
That's the way. I flush it down.
Yo, match up on Kate.
Pick up Bledsoe.
Hey, D up on Cunningham. And one.